of living life passionately and intensely. In the past, it was inevitable that the artist has to live in rebellion because creativity is the greatest rebellion in existence. If you want to create, you have to get rid of all conditionings. You can be creative only if you are an individual.
Oh. 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 It's full moon night. Blue moon. Got a friend who always says blue moon. As in blue movies, blue moon. But the blue moon is normally the second moon of the month. So, if you had watched my previous video, I wasn't going to do the talk on Tyler the Creator until I had done Michael Jackson and Eminem, but because it's full moon, I decided to do Tyler the Creator and rebelliousness because I'm Dracula, bitch. Wolf gang, wolf gang, wolf gang, golf wang, golf wang, golf wang. Hey yo, what's up? What it do? It is I, Boom Baba, and so Tyler the Creator. Why did I wanna think about Tyler the Creator? I think about rebelliousness, and that's not really a conditioning because Tyler is one of those people who is just rebellious by his own nature. I mean, as life is rebellious. It doesn't really follow any expectations. So being alive to life, being into life, or being passionate is, language cannot really explain it. If you really understand that in our nature, we are individual, we have individual experiences. It's not about following or trying to fit into any expectations, whatever that expectation is. And one of the people who embodies that more than anyone I know is Tyler the Creator. I'm sure there's more people out there, but the person that I was drawn to because of that rebelliousness is Tyler the Creator. So a lot of the people that I'm going to be looking at with this music and cultural exploration, where I explore different musicians and their culture, or even comedians or TV shows, or entertainment, all forms of entertainment. Because being an entertainer is a level of creativity, is a level of attention, of intensity. To be creative in the spiritual culture, it's not much of a culture, but the spiritual exploration, people who have gotten into spirituality, when we talk about the energy centers or what we call as chakras, if you move beyond your sexual center energy center, your sexual energy center, where you're no longer defined by your sexual urges or controlled by your sexual urges, then you get into the creative center. So Tyler is one of those things, one of those people who plays around with the idea of sexuality.
I could fuck all the sweet men that I wanna. Me and Flex looking in the index for buff net niggas just for some hot butt sex.
Because he's not bound to sexualization or like people's idea of what sex is. To a degree, he is. To a degree, we all have to play. But he is so much into life, so much into his art, so much into whatever he does, that the passion comes out. Even to say passion is wrong, the aliveness. Just, it has become so rare nowadays for somebody to be so full of life that when somebody has that valve of life, we call it passion. Somebody is so involved in what they're doing, we say they have a passion for it. But if we look at it, it's a certain freedom that they have been allowed or they have created for themselves. So many people have to create their own freedom. But if we look at people like Kanye West and Tyler the Creator and so many other people, they have been nurtured by their parents. So in their cases, their mothers. And that is the essence of feminine energy, where it's about nurturing. Being a mother is about nurturing. A father is a little bit more, trying to mold. And the world is becoming a lot like that, where mothers are also trying to mold their kids into something that they could never be, or they wanted to be. Or maybe they have been, and they want their children to also live through that. So we have the idea of raising children. But if you really look at the people we look up to, or the people we admire, most of them are the people who have a freedom in expressing themselves, have a rebelliousness. They have, it is in all of us to question things. But we have become more defined as we have grown. We have identified with different ideas. So we have given up the power to question things, to want to know. We have restricted ourselves for the sake of comfort. So the first energy center is a Muladhara, which is about survival. So when it comes to survival, you look for comfort, habits form, and naturally you become half alive. You don't want to throw yourself into anything in case you get hurt or it's a bit uncomfortable, or some fear, some this or that. Even the fear of judgment is there. The fear of not fulfilling people's expectations is there. Once you're free of these expectations, there is a rebelliousness which can transform into a creativity. So rebelliousness is not like to any idea, but it's more of a way of being, a freedom, being free from all ideas. The way that one can become rebellious is to be in touch with their nature, to know their nature, to be more alive to life, to be more present, more available to life. And the only way to do this is through meditation, whatever form of meditation that is. Even Swami Vivekananda said, those who play sports are a lot closer to God than those who pray. So the idea is that with involvement, only with involvement you can play sports, or you can do something that you care about. And somebody like Tyler the Creator, he mostly does what he cares about. Now there's a rebelliousness which people they feel like it's a rebelliousness which comes out naturally from him, but it is more of an expression of what he cares about, how he is. But people want to categorize it as against something. It's not really against something. It's just being for life, being for something. Whatever it is life. Why full moon?
It's because I'm Dracula, bitch.
You know, Dracula fish. You know what I mean? When I think about Tyler the Creator, there's Wolf, Dracula, being a wolf. What makes a wolf so prominent in culture is because of the howling at full moon time. So when I'm howling at the start of the video, it's oh, it's the basic sound, which is when it comes to music, there is a connection of the basic sounds that you can do are the most profound, or the ones which can move people the most, like songs which rhyme with those sounds at the end have the most connection. People have the biggest connection with that. So when we say the moon, how does it make people more rebellious? Well, the moon doesn't really if you know anything about the word lunatic comes from luna, which means moon. So moon associated with making people more crazy, more lunatic, more lunatical. It doesn't really make people more crazy, it just enhances their qualities. So if somebody is a little bit more disturbed, they become more disturbed. Is somebody is a little more into life, if you can say passionate about life or something in life, they're a lot more. It's enhanced. That quality is enhanced. So when we talk about lunatic, nowadays young people will say something like it's a vibe. It's a vibe. Around full moon, like I remember 2 months ago I was in Byron Bay and the energy was just on another level. You know, and even this week we had our last game for the season. I play football, soccer, you know, so our team was just on another level. I mean, the buffoonery or the lunacy was on a different level. I don't say lunacy in a bad way. It's more of a compliment of aliveness, being more alive. People, in trying to protect themselves, they want to avoid aliveness. They want to avoid the rebelliousness of their own nature. So they look for comfort. They don't want to be around people who are energetic, or you can call them lunatics. So if you're a lunatic, people normally don't want to be around you. So it's more acceptable around full moon time because everybody else is a little more crazy. And that's the thing, is that society, they have become more at, in disease, that it's become normal to be in disease, whether it's a mental disease or it's a physical ailment or disease. So if we have to look at the rebelliousness and how the moon brings out that enhancement of our qualities, Tyler the Creator is a great example. So I have picked 7 songs that I'm going to react to as part of exploring that rebelliousness. Let's get into it. I've talked a fair bit, so let's do it. Jamba. All right. Oh, she.
Pop ain't call, even though he saw me on TV, it's all good.
Yeah.
But now my balls deep in his bras jaw. Swallow girl, it's just nud.
She. already. You know it's there already. So there we go. All right.
Bitch scared to let me smash on they ass. Yeah, they heard I'm fucking nuts like the swag of a fag. Like me and Tim Kelly was gagging in the back of the cab and can't
Shit.
vlog, no.
Well, I feel like I should kind of tell you how I got into Tyler the Creator firstly. Well, most people get into like creative arts because their life is not rebellious enough. So they find somebody who's rebellious. And for me, that was Tyler. So it was just random that I found his music. I had downloaded the mixtape at that point, I think Pirate Bay or something. And it ended up being the, Odd Future tape. So it had all those, like, I can't remember the DJ, but he had all the Odd Future songs there. Tyler was one of them, obviously. And since then, I was just drawn to him. I can't say I'm the biggest fan. I'm barely into a lot of the things that has made him a cultural icon. The fashion, the the bicycle skating. I mean, I watched Lloyd Squad. I know Tanis Haley. I know a lot of the story, like from the start, from the beginning. But I feel like I'm a recovered Tyler fan. Let me say that. But having said that, the controversy was so big at the start because of the kind of things he's talking about. Like here, you can see, and that's what I wanted to explore because we give so much meaning to words that we are offended by such words or like such statements. But let's keep listening.
Nigga, you could tell by the badge. Pass me my inhaler. I'm sick of hacking and coughing. I'm often it's fucking awesome. I'm
Yeah.
animals, know it's all and off from this rapping.
I think we all know Tyler has asthma, so always with the inhaler. All right.
Nonsense, 4 stories in my home, like what the fuck's an apartment, nigga? Get shit popping like Peter's Porch doing puberty. Take bets on how quick Tyler can reach maturity. Cussing out Surrey like a waitress with.
Man, I mean, like, really, how quick did he reach maturity? It took a while. He did some shit. And, what is maturity really is hard to define. In most cases, people think maturity is like getting more serious with life, just taking everything serious, having expectations for everything, defining your life to such a small thing. What you like is just very small. So people feel like if they only like some things, that means they're more mature, they're more grown. But why should you suffer some things? Why can't you just be into everything you do? Give yourself to it. All right, let's keep going.
No patience. Oh, you want a tip, bitch? Well, here's my dick for gratitude.
Wait, shit. He gave her the tip. Get it? Just the tip. Hey. Shut him down, man. Cancel it. For sure. This is way back before cancel culture, obviously. I mean, it was probably just starting, Alright.
G.
I tumble crushed on us, these sluts give money up the nutty, but
Okay.
Professor Nutty Buddy Crunk
Yeah.
is petty when you touch his lunch. Like what the fuck, I'm drunk as fuck. Turn the fucking music up so I can hear these stupid fucks. Talk no walk like you discuss. You talking
Yeah.
too much. Who the fuck are you to us? You the run. I put that on my
You
pubes
to
and nuts
us.
if I don't begin moving up.
Man, this guy play on words is like, obviously Hoji's gone a different direction since then. I think he's in Canada now or something, but just the play on words. Uterus. Uterus. What is the uterus to you? If we have to be honest, we all came from there. If it's wrong, then what can be right? Really? We always want to be so moral. And that's the whole idea of expectations, that we try to be so moral that we lose our rebelliousness, our individualism. All right.
I'm shooting up, you and her, crew wants hurt, new dessert. I can see the bitch and the nigga through his shirt. I can smell the
Oi.
whore when a bitch was flock around my crew to flirt. It's on your shoulder,
Uh-huh.
loot the dirt. Yeah, it's the movement first. Fuck a
Oh.
human nurse. I'm ill, I use this earth to infuse the birth of my
Yeah.
scrotum on the channel 10 news. My only motive is to skip to my loot, get hip to the pew. You can drink piss and eat a dick in a few. The sickening view
shit.
of visual rules. I eat your ribs, I'm a wolf. Then meet your
Hey.
kids after school and give them drugs cause it's cool. Fuck
Well,
up.
we had to go to the wolf. I mean, obviously his hat is saying wolf, but even Hoji to say wolf kind of points out the message that I'm doing. But obviously back then, the old future, kill 'em all, Wolfgang, you know, that was their name, so that was the clique, obviously at that time. So he was a wolf. He was part of the wolf gang. So let's get into it. Old future. Shit. Yeah, but for real, even the idea of an odd future, like odd being weird. It's like you can only really be weird when you're different, and people don't want to be weird, but that just means you're boring. To some degree, you're just boring because you don't want to stand out or you don't want to be an individual. Rebelliousness. All right. So the most weird thing, people are like the rebellious people, the people who question everything. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Shut him down.
Fuck this beat, nigga. Let's smoke weed. That shit I need. It be the shit that's green, a little purple and pink. And get
Yeah.
some Swisher Swedes, about 3 or 4
Huh.
more that need it be. I got an eighth I could face. I got a blunt favorite grape. I hate the grape, I could taste it when I'm inhaling the vapes. You can smell it some places when we
Vaping
walk
on
and our
that grape.
clothing is
This boy
always
was
covered
cool.
in flakes. Enough for 2 shake blunts. And what the fuck is this? I think this Mary is lace. My heart is beating at
Well, obviously, we all know like Tyler doesn't really smoke weed, and he doesn't do vaping either. But the guy just likes to say shit, just to kind of provoke people. And obviously, provocation is more engaging also. So let's get
Aces
it.
that pound me out can't relate. I'm fucking faded like gradient shit. I'm stuck like the tape that's
Uh-huh.
super glued to the center of Kelly Price's first waist. It's like my
Jeez.
first date with Mrs. Mary. This shit is scary. The paranoia from this marijuana is very heavy. I'm lit, lit, fainted by my fifth hit. Lionel Pastor Sherm, let's use this Philly as a dipstick for this
Shit.
bath salt, you dipshit.
For a guy who doesn't smoke, he knows a fair bit about smoking. Shit, I mean, alright.
Come on, my nigga. You don't even smoke. You weak as fuck, my nigga. You do not smoke. No
Yeah,
tucks, my nigga.
for
You're
real.
weak as your butt, my nigga. Oh, Mark ass nigga, girl. Oh my god, bro.
It's
This
wild.
weak ass nigga Samuel.
They say
All
I
right.
calmed down since the last
So second song, Tamale. If you know, you know.
album. Will lick my dick. How does that sound? Smell my gooch. You could kiss my buns. And I
Shit. You know, like, you're too crazy until you have to censor yourself, obviously. He
don't give a
alright.
shit, bend my rectum. Somebody said Vince
Shit.
make her done. She think you
Covered
getting
his own
cash, no
mouth.
bitch, you're dumb. The only thing that you're gonna get is his dick. Wait, turn
Uh-huh.
this up, bitch, this my jump.
Yeah.
Here, take a guy.
And that's the thing. Like, people are so uncomfortable about sex that it's so easy to offend people. Like, just by saying some private part stuff or like some sex, you know, processes. Like, let's say some things about sex, like just doing sex. People are so offended and they're so provoked by it. They're so uncomfortable with it. They don't want to address their discomfort. They want to fix other people. But anyway, there is a message on the screen. Obviously, there was some crazy as shit. Like, I always want to know, like, what was so crazy that they had to block it? You know, shit.
Goddamn picture and tell Spike Lee he's a goddamn nigger. And while you're running past the lotion and fat and Xbox Live's that fun. Before
Yeah.
I come, I call your sister. And she comes over, I take picture. Instantly put it on Instagram and suplex her off a building if I get bunned.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like playing on that conditioning. If there's one person who is really good at challenging the conditioning of people, it's Tyler the Creator. Like, you know, Big Bats and the story of that and how it shows in videos, it's not like this. So for him to do this is out there. It stands out. So it gets more attention, obviously, because so
Why
different.
y'all so salty? Hot tamale is on. I can't think, bitch, I'm on. You boys pass the
Yeah.
ball. Bring back the horns I was playing in the
Oh.
beginning and tell
It's obviously bouncy. A lot of cushion, if you know what I mean. For real. I know about that shit. You know, so that's the idea though. So you have to look at what is making you so uncomfortable. If what I'm talking about is making you uncomfortable, you have to explore that. You have to go into that, reflect on it, and figure out where the conditioning is coming from. Because why would you let someone like me or Tyler control your experience of life? It's just words, you know, at the end of the day. All right.
Tony Parker that I found his
So words are words, you give them meaning. Words are just sounds, you know. It's just a sound, some gibberish, until you give it meaning. All right. So people who get offended, mostly nowadays, the government and whatever, they want to protect them. The media wants to obviously make stories out of it, and people think it's being sensitive to be offended. But it's ego sensitive. You're trying to protect your own fake image, you know, made up image. You've made up an image of yourself in your mind and you want to protect that. But you don't want to take responsibility. you want someone else to be punished for it, somebody else to suffer for it. Then, as if that's going to make you feel better. That's supposed to fix everything? For real?
Vision, and if he's tripping off my sneak dissing, then he has to deal with me and my minions trying
Yeah.
to get a beamer. E46, have you heard 48?
Shit.
Motherfucker, I'm great. Girlfriend, Prince.
Talking about Tyler the Creator's culture with bicycles, how much he loves his bicycle. I think this is Slater, the bicycle. I wasn't, yeah. So that's something else, obviously. The skating is also there, but he doesn't really play on that much. There's people like Hobson dissed him a while back when he was first starting out, when they're both pretty new, about how he's a fake skater and things like that. So Hobson used to put skating more into his videos. But anyway, it's old news.
Always cover the sleeves from cuts from the beach cause he's puffing the trees, please. Fuck, I look like got a new bike tire, never pop like the puss on a bitch dyke. Think I give a fuck, I do, I go raw, then I bust in her jaw like fuck that disease. My urethra, hole that I pee from, bigger than an obese neck on a wreath, and I turn that snare down. I'm back like I'm Rosa Parks Fair on the same damn bus like you're going to jail now.
Yeah. Yeah. Like even just kind of that drool. Some people are uncomfortable with the drool. And the golf wang thing. It's funny how he just kind of changed Wolfgang into golf wang and took it up, started even golfing. If you know Tanis Haley, you know what I'm talking about. And in the branding as well, the guy is just creative. Yeah.
Why y'all so salty? I took Miley is on. A can of things, bitch, I'm on. Your boys bad to the bone. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could ever give
Uh-huh.
a fuck, bitch, suck dick, motherfuck you and your opinions.
Man, that's
It's
a
like
huge
cancer
ass
with a
cat.
lump is sicker than a last bar. Boulder,
For
I'ma
real.
see Colorado. Fuck Michael, bitch, I'm better than my bill.
That's-
Buy me a lunch trying to.
Some people, they let the imagination run away that just imagining a big cat, they'll get scared, And that's the kind of thing that Tyler plays on so much, just doing some ridiculous videos. I'm not going to react to the video for Rella, but obviously, if you've seen it, it's some out there shit. All right.
I dance during chemo before they repossess our strong arm bands and tuxedos.
Hey, man, look at that. I just, how was that experience? Getting underwater?
Why y'all so salty? I took Miley
Were they like
is
actually
on.
trying to
Can
rap
of things, bitch,
underwater?
I'm on. Your boys bad to the bone.
Man, shout out to
Comedy
Lotus
packs, and I
Squad
like
as
Bubs.
well. Like, if you know, you know. Lotus Squad was the shit, man.
Well, if it has a dick, maybe 2 or 6. Until the end, I'm about to lose my shit and shoot through Wayne Lapierre's hair with a crucifix. How many ladies in the house? How many ladies in the house without a rich nigga, A little jerkins in my palm for the jerkin. My mom don't catch me. Try to set mood, little red too. Fuck
I
ocean,
mean,
I don't need blue dry fits.
those are obviously all the words that he wants to challenge, all the ideas that he wants to challenge. All of that misogyny, homophobia, and all that stuff. Which is, at some level, you can understand because people's minds are in that way. They need some kind of control. But you should not expect people to control themselves for your own experience, which happens within you. That's the rebelliousness that you need, that you're not willing to just follow what people tell you. You're willing to question things and see it how it is, instead of using all the impressions that you've gathered, which you call your mind, to put a filter on everything, to judge everything. All right.
Suits me. Up and down, friction make a sound. This shit's kinda disgusting. Fap time and before I flatline, Clancy chimes in my room and catch me. This shit's so damn embarrassing. Like,
Help you answer. Yeah. Hey.
Cause when I call,
Uh-huh.
I hope you pick up your phone.
For real.
I like to talk to you.
Oh man, I
Yeah,
want to talk to you.
I hope you answer.
I hope
Hey
you
dad,
answer.
it's me. Oh, I'm Tyler. I think I be your son. Sorry,
For real.
I called you the wrong name.
It's funny because he's rebellious mostly because we can insinuate like because his father was not around. If the father was around, fathers are more about controlling, you know. So maybe we will not have a Tyler the Creator if his dad was around. Anyway.
See, my brain splitting. Dad isn't your name. See, that gets a little more fitting. Mom was only 20 when you ain't have any fucks to spare. You Nigerian fuck. Now I'm stuck with this shitty facial hair.
Why does it
Also
matter?
stuck with a beautiful home with a case of stairs. See you not being there, fucking fire started my damn career. But fuck it, I got Clancy. He gave me the chance to see a world I wasn't supposed to. I'm stoked that I didn't know you, but
For real.
sucks you ain't give a
If you know the story of Clancy is also very nurturing. He has really allowed Old Future and Tyler to be themselves, to explore their creativity, to be creative, to wing it, you know, which is like in life, that sense of abandon is seen as rebelliousness. But really, it is an ease, it's an alignment. It's funny that being more aligned to life is seen as being rebellious. All right.
fucking considered a sperm donor now. Fuck is in a coma. I'm changing my shit to Haley, and I just ain't being passive, nigga. You a
That's
fucking
Wolf
faggot,
Haley.
nigga. Got a show on Monday. Guess who ain't getting no passes, nigga?
Oh
But
shit.
if I ever had the chance to ask this nigga
Oh, for real.
and call him,
Uh-huh.
I hope he answers.
Shit.
I hope he answers.
Yeah. But I mean, like, really, what is he gonna say? Like, maybe for some comfort, for some closure. But I feel like Tyler have kind of figured out a lot of things by himself, probably for the better. What else can you really ask his dad? What will, I mean, you can see from Kanye West having his dad in his life how much he has changed, which is he is a bit more controlled. But what does that do to creativity? I don't know. And even the idea of Kanye West being religious is funny to me, or being in a belief system. I don't see somebody like Kanye West as somebody who conforms to a system, especially a belief. It's just ridiculous to me. I mean, it makes more sense that he went and started his own church. It's an avenue, I guess, it's an access. But yeah, let's get to it. Let me not get carried away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the funny thing is that hope comes with fear. Because if you hope for something, you have a fear that it won't happen. So why is Tyler scared that his father won't answer? Oh, whoever. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hope you answer. For real. Cigarettes are bad. Yeah. Can't flog now. Good marketing. The guy is, yeah. Now,
I never would have thought.
yeah, that song, you know. So I went with 8 songs, which is an odd number. Odd, not in the sense of being a not even number, it's an even number, but odd because most people go top 7 or top 5 or top 10, top 12. I went with 8. So odd, which is fitting, I feel like, for Tyler. And this is the format I'm going to be doing, by the way. It's just random songs that I feel like have kind of defined a culture or have, uh, yeah, set like And that's the thing. Some people can find some conditioning or compulsiveness in creativity, that they listen to somebody being creative and they use that as a comfort zone, as a cocoon, where they feel like they're better than other people because they understand something that other people don't. And that's the issue even with spirituality. You can get into spirituality, and because you have more awareness, you get comfortable in that cocoon of being a little better than other people to handle your mind and things like that. I have fallen into that, so I kind of know. Anyway, I fucking hate you, but I love you.
That feelings could get thrown in the air, cause
I will talk about love one day, but anyway, it's a feeling, all right? So its emphasis is like the word fucking is used to put emphasis, as you know, obviously. So if you're offended by me saying that, look within yourself again. As always, you should.
I accidentally caught that.
Uh-huh.
Need some new boxing gloves. Shit got hectic whenever I fought back. For example, 10 minutes can't go past without you brushing my thoughts. That's 1440 a day. So I'll say 144 times I think about you or something like that. Lost match. The fucking thought of you with somebody else, I don't like that. Cellular convos get left in the wrong, cause I get so fucking
Oh,
mad when you don't write back. This isn't a song, I just
shit.
happen to rhyme when I get emo and find time to.
That's the funny thing is that people get emotional about other people's choices. Like you're in a relationship and somebody does something and you get so emotional. You know, it's a dependency. And people confuse that for love. And that's part of the conditioning. Is that we think that love means other people should do what we want. But if you love somebody, should you not want them to feel good, to be happy? That means they should be able to do what they want to do. You should be happy that they're doing what they want to do. But instead, we get very emotional. We get worked up about it. All right.
Write facts.
So, this is an emotional
I
song.
love you.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I mean,
Can we add some more color?
the set design with the bike upside down and, the wolf cover in the background. But even to get Pharrell on this is pretty wild. Like Pharrell on a song like this, it's pretty unexpected. That's the creativity that Tyler, the creator, does, where he's like getting Lil Wayne and Kanye West on weird songs that you never expect them to do, So
Like some more yellow. Yeah, that's good.
yeah,
I fucking hate you,
for real.
but I love you.
Oh shit,
I'm bad at keeping my emotions bubbled. We're good at being
shit.
perfect. We're good at being troubled. Yeah.
Wow.
I fucking hate you,
Yeah.
but I love you. I'm bad at keeping my emotions bubbled. We're good at
Uh-huh.
being perfect. We're good at being troubled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is, people always confuse emotions with thoughts. I mean, thoughts turn into emotions. So when you think something, there's an expectation, and then you feel from that. So you feel like you don't like something, and then you start feeling bad because that thing is happening or is there, you know? So your emotions are just a little bit more juicy, a little bit more slow, but it's the same as your thoughts, So get bu- Bottling your emotions, suppression. It's one of the worst things that happens because you want to fit into people's expectations. I mean, especially parents. Parents are like some of the biggest, I'll say, the biggest expectations that people kind of hold is like their parents' expectations, and partners as well, obviously. So you have expectations of your partner. If something doesn't happen, then you hold it in, especially at the start of the relationship. All right? That's what people do. But the healthy way is to become aware of the thoughts. That's really it. If you're aware of your thoughts, not letting it control you, but not like identifying with the thoughts, but just watching it as you watch a movie. As like we're watching now, these two figurines or whatever, they're playing out. It's like a movie. You know it's entertainment, you know it's not real. It's the demonstration. So thought is kind of a demonstration. Emotions are also a demonstration in a way. So
Girl, you fucking with my emotions.
yeah.
The fuck is all this noise about? I even consider picking up smoking.
So that's the funny thing. Is like how can somebody fuck with your emotions? Something which happens inside you is only if you allow them, if you put expectations on them, if you put conditions on them. The rebelliousness of life, or being rebellious or individual to life, is that you decide how you are.
Turn to a bitch, you let the dogs out. In my dog house,
So
my bitches.
I feel like Tyler is just kind of provoking like people's thoughts to see like, am I really that crazy? I don't see like Tyler being that kind of person who is, I don't know, people call it toxic, like in the way of like seeing the wrong in others, you know?
Rad is crazy who makes me the happiest can make me the saddest. Look, Alice, get lost in your wonder or like fucking Atlas. You're perfectly perfect for me. What the fuck is this practice? Actually, if you even consider leaving, I lose
Shit.
a couple screws in due time, I'll stop breathing. And you'll
Yeah,
see the meaning of stalking when I pop out the dark to
for
find you.
real. Now, domestic violence is become a sensitive thing, obviously. And this is kind of, you know, very obvious example of like from what looking at, what he's talking about, how he's talking, the act.
And that new dude that you're seeing with an attitude that proceed to fuck up your evenings. Make sure you never meet again like
Shit.
goddamn vegans. Cause when I hear your name, I cannot stop cheesing. I love you so much.
Don't meet again like this guy got some lines, obviously. And you can go through like there's some lines that Tyler always uses in all his songs. Like I'm a wolf. Oh, like I'm going harder than, he says that in so many songs. So many times in one song even.
That my heart stops beating when you leave, and then I grieve, and then my heart starts bleeding. Life without you has no goddamn meaning. Sorry, I'm passive aggressive for no goddamn reason. It's that my mood changed like these goddamn seasons. I fall for you.
This crazy thing is that these kind of relationships have become so normal that people expected relationships to be like this, you know, whereas like makeup sex is fantasized. People fantasize about angry sex and makeup sex as if it's something cool to do, and they encourage it. And, we're judgmental. We don't want to admit that we have those tendencies to enjoy violence, that we enjoy violence. The way we even do our sex is violent. Our relationships are violent. But we want to act that we're good people, like we're good people.
But I love you.
Yeah,
I'm bad at keeping my
but I
emotions
love you.
bubbled. We're good at being perfect. We're good at being trouble.
Real. Yeah, I wanna kill you, but I love you.
The sky's falling, girl, let's try to catch it.
She.
The sky's falling, girl, let's try to catch it. The sky's falling, bitch, let's try to catch it tonight.
How you gonna catch the sky though? For real? How you gonna catch the sky? How? How though? Like the sky is nothingness, obviously. Stars with your planets and other things there, but really, is it? But what's the sky? I don't want to go into meanings. I'm only looking at the cultural, exploration of it. I'm only exploring the culture and the music.
Look,
Ah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Man, that's only Dal Tyler, the creator, can get Pharrell to do something like this. This is some man. She.
I fucking hate you,
Real.
but I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Papa ain't called, even though he saw me on TV, it's all good.
Yeah.
But now my balls deep in his bras jaw. Swallow girl, it's just nud.
Yeah.
Bitches scared to let me smash on their ass. Yeah, they heard I'm fucking nuts like the swag of a fag. Like me
Yeah. We already reacted to this, but obviously the video version brings something different. But we just skip to the next song. Keep it moving. Man, that opening is just so iconic. And then the beat kicks in.
Wolfgang.
Yay.
They are them.
And I'm like really big on beats. So a lot of the songs that I like from Tyler the Creator, like the beats are like just shit.
We are us.
Yeah.
Kill them.
Oh,
All.
shit.
Do it.
We are us.
Gang.
I am I.
Gang, come on.
Wolf gang. Wolf gang. Full moon, mate.
Bitch,
We in the
bitch,
gang.
yellow, come on. Gang. Wolf.
Gang.
Say it loud. Like you mean it.
Yeah. Gang. Wolf.
Gang.
Wolf. Wolf. Yeah.
Nigga had the fucking nerve to call me immature. Fuck you think I made our future for? Wear fucking suits and make good decisions? Fuck that nigga.
Yeah, for real.
Who the fuck invited Mr. I don't give a fuck
what?
who cries about his daddy in a blog because his music sucks. Well, you fucking up, and truthfully, I had enough of fuck rolling papers. I'm a rebel bitch, I'm ashing blunt, sorry.
If you know, you know. Rolling Papers, man. That was a mad album. Mixtape album. Yeah, for sure.
Full of shit like I ate that, John. Come on, kids, fuck that class and hit that bomb. Let's buy guns and kill those kids with that.
But that's the thing. When you're rebellious, it always feels like what you're doing is radical. And I'm going to react to the song after. But even in these lines, it's like there's that encouragement of kids to be radical. Because once you have that sense of freedom, you are like, why does nobody else want that freedom? Why does nobody else want that rebelliousness to be able to do what they want to do without caring? It's not about like doing something crazy like, what he's talking about, but just, being alive to life,
And mom
being a wolf.
with nice homes, 401ks, and nice ass lawn. Those privileged fucks gotta learn that we ain't taking no
no,
No
shit.
shit.
Like Ellen DeGeneres,
With
clitoris is
playing
playing
with
with dick.
this.
I'm jealous as shit, cause I ain't got no home meal to come
Come
to.
to.
So if you do, I'm throwing fingers out
Well,
screaming, fuck
fuck
you.
you.
I got 10 of these, Kennedys, not Dom, but if I was a Dom, I would be Jeffrey. Green had the color of a leprechaun with leprosy. I'm fucking about it like a Master P in 96. It's fucking immaculate the way your daughter smacking dick. Surprised she hasn't taken nasty dick inside her
Out of
alley.
Hollywood.
The golf wang hooligan is fucking up the school again. It's showing you and yours that breaking rules is fucking cool again.
So, rules are made for more people who haven't paid attention to life. So, he's talking about breaking rules, that sense of rebelliousness. That's where the confusion comes in with life. It's like some people feel like they have to do something crazy to feel like they're alive, to feel a thrill. So, breaking rules is seen as being cool, but it brings a sense of guilt and what do you call it? Unpleasantness within you when you break rules. There's a tension within you because you can get caught. There's consequences, you know. Anyway,
Going harder than a midget jumping
over
over
me.
me. Chronic youth, I'm shoving blunt raps and bitches
Ovaries.
ovaries. Punches to the stomach where that bastard kid's
Man,
supposed.
this stuff was so controversial. Punching bitches in their ovaries, like shit, bruh. That shit was wild. You know, even for me, like obviously, I feel uncomfortable saying it because of the expectations in society, like YouTube, and the people who are around me, you know. So in society, if you have a boss, then you know how quickly that can go south, being cancelled from your job.
To be fuck the mask, I want that hoe to know it's
It's
me.
me. Ah, go, triple six. Yeah, that triple six shit. Man, I remember that. Man, that like Bastard and for me, Goblin was the shit. After that, I don't know if I was so much into it, you know. So there was some songs like I really listened to Tyler the Creator. Still listen to Tyler the Creator. I watch out for his music, but I'm not as much into it. You know, I enjoy it for the spectacle, but the message for me is kind of I don't know. I wouldn't say I have outgrown it, but it's entertainment. It's good entertainment.
My love is gone
Gone
for you, mommy. You
You
can
can
ride
ride
in
in
hearses. I'm
hearses.
sick in the brain, dumb bitch. Can you nurse
Nurse
this? You
this.
told me life would never, ever, ever get this perfect. Then you smoke a J and weed and take his kids to the church.
Churches.
Fuck church, they singing
Uh-huh.
and the shit ain't even.
Yeah, that's what it is, though. It's like church is a very sensitive issue for people. It's like it kills your rebelliousness. It kills your individuality. You want to belong to someone, to something. You want to be part of the mob. You want to be protected. You want comfort. Comfort comes in numbers, you know, but it's a pretense, which I'll have to explore at some point, obviously. In some way, I've already explored it. So, yeah.
Worth it. In the choir, whores and liars, scum bags in the dirt, bitch. You told
For
me.
real, like, I mean, I always feel like Hoji also grew up in that environment of having to go to church. And that's why there's that resistance to it. And I grew up in church also. I don't have a resistance to it. I just have an understanding of it that it's insufficient. It's detrimental. You know, it's an understanding. I'm not against it. I can go to church because I know I'm free from that belief. They need to follow. They need to believe. Anyway.
God was the answer. When I asked him for
What?
shit, I get no
No
answers. So
answers.
God is the cancer. I'm
Yeah.
stuck in triangles, looking for.
So that's the misconception. The idea of God is the cancer. Any idea is the cancer. Ideologies. But the creator, life, creation, life. If you know life, there is no disease. So the freedom is not really being against something, but being more alive to life.
For my angel, kill me with a chainsaw, let my balls dangle.
Angle.
666 is my
It's the
number. You
number.
can get it off
You're
my
the
tongue.
Tumblr. Man, back in the days of Tumblr, eh? Shit.
Wolf gang, wolf gang, wolf gang, wolf gang, wolf gang, wolf
Man,
gang.
I remember there was the BBC version of this where it was like censored, and they were just running around like saying some dumb shit. But man,
Golf
man,
it's the wolf gang, wolf gang, wolf gang, triple
gang, gang,
it's the wolf
gang.
gang, golf
Oh,
wolf gang, kill them.
yeah,
It was hilarious. Well, it ain't fucking
It's
funny
funny
now.
now.
I pushed this fucking pregnant clown into a hydrant stuck in the ground. I septed his stomach, replaced the baby with some fucking pounds. My baby
Oh.
daddy shoot bricks. The nigga
Oh,
also
shit.
shoot rounds. Cause if I
Oh.
shoot blanks, oops, thanks.
Thanks,
I'm right
yeah.
back in the dead, yummy and her milk.
Like, if I shoot blanks, I'm not offended. It's just how it is. You gotta accept. I mean, I don't know.
Do stank.
Free Earl, that's the
It's
fucking
fucking
shit.
shit.
And if you disagree,
Agree,
suck a
suck a
couple
couple
pimple
people
covered
covered
dicks.
dicks.
Wolf Gang, that's the fucking click.
Motherfucker.
Golf Wang, kill 'em all, nigga. 666, fuck 2 dope boys. All them niggas bitches, we don't
Yeah,
need
you know the story of two dope boys.
y'all the faders who we
Whoa.
really fucking with. Bitch.
Yeah, man. Hey.
We
Oh,
don't fucking make horrorcore, you fucking idiots.
yeah,
Listen deeper than the music before you put it in a box.
yeah.
Wolf Gang.
But it's like when you're making the music, you have a level of awareness or realization which most people will not have. So some people can dismiss your music or your creativity in the way that you do it because they don't have that perspective that you have. So people can look at Tyler's music and say it's horrible. But it's really like just shocking the conditioning out of you. It's like what is really horror is more like trying to predict life. When you try to predict life, it becomes a horror because life, you never know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen next. So if you make expectations of what you want to happen, you get disappointed. Anyway, it becomes a horror show because now you panicking and whatever because you don't know how to handle it. You make expectations, some consequences come, you don't know how to handle it. All right, this is the song that really kind of shook the world. It's Yonkers. Yeah, man. I remember when my friends saw this is when they really knew this guy. But I was already into him. I was already into his music. So I kind of knew already his stuff. Then this came out and the video was like on MTV and Channel V and whatever, here in Australia anyway. Wild. Yeah,
I'm a
I'm a
fucking
fucking
walking
walking
paradox.
paradox.
No,
No,
I'm not.
no,
Threesomes with a fucking triceratops.
for real. That's the shit though. Like if you're a paradox, do you really know you're a paradox? Is life really a paradox? if your life, can you be a paradox? Like, can you solve yourself? What happens if you solve yourself? It's funny, the word dissolve is supposed to be the opposite of solve, but dissolution in spirituality means like to go back into your nature, to go back to nothingness. So, dissolve, solution, dissolution. So, the opposite of solution is like, I guess, nothing to solve. Anyway, so you dissolve. Okay.
Reptard, rapping as I'm mocking deaf rock stars,
Does.
wearing synthetic wigs made of anwars, dreadlocks,
Dreadlocks.
bedrock, harder than a motherfucking Flintstone, making crack rocks out of pussy nigga fish.
Yeah, people get squeamish, very uncomfortable. And that's the thing, like I said, he likes to push people's boundaries, inhibitions. He tries to open you up, like challenge yourself, challenge your mindset or your mentality. Like, why uncomfortable with cockroaches? Like, what happens if, okay.
Bones. This
Ah,
nigga Jasper tryna get grown. About
yeah.
5'7" of his bitches
Six
in my
bedroom.
bedroom. Swallow the cinnamon, I'ma scribble this shit and shit. While
Sit.
Sid is telling me that she's been
Get
getting intimate with men. Sid, shut the fuck
Fuck
up.
up.
The number to my
The
therapist.
therapist.
You tell him all your problems. He's fucking
Fucking
awesome
awesome
with
with
listening.
listening. Ah, yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Eating a cockroach. Yeah, wolf gang. Hey, basically, this album, most of the chorus was just Wolfgang, saying Wolfgang, just in different ways. Yeah, 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 but people will be like, oh, that's disgusting. But, it's like you have to be willing, he's willing to try it for himself. Like, what if I just did this? You know, maybe somebody dared him and he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So he did it.
Jesus called, he said he's sick of the disses. I
Disses.
told him to quit bitching. It says in a fucking hotline for a fucking shrink. Sheesh, I already got mine. He's not fucking working. I think I'm wasting my damn time. I'm clocking 6:03.
This is, if you know the story of Troncat, I'm not gonna react to the song, but basically, Tyler being his own therapist because he's understood that nobody else can understand him. You know, he's just got like that attitude or that perspective, which is like different, like a weird, people will say, because it's like he's paid attention to his own mind, how he is, that he's become comfortable with how he is. And therapy is mostly about getting comfort. It's not about fixing yourself. Therapy is never going to fix you.
And going postal, this the revenge of the dicks. That's 9 cocks that cock 9. This ain't no V-Tech shit or Columbine. But after bowling, I went home for some damn adventure time. I slipped myself some pink Xannies, danced around the house and all over print panties. My mom's going, that fucking
Hey, he talks about like Zanies a lot and all that, but I feel like he never really does them. Maybe he does, but the thing is, he doesn't need somebody like Tyler the Creator doesn't need anything like to be able to enjoy life. He's just an enjoyment. He's an energy. He's a vibe.
raw will never understand me. I'm not gay, I just wanna boogie to some
Marvin.
Marvin. Fuck her.
But that's back to that sexuality again. It's like he's so comfortable. It's like, I'm not gay, but I'm not saying I'm straight either. It just plays around with it because it's a joke that people take their sexuality so seriously. Just a mentality. It's just something which is in your mind. Sex in the body is okay. It's for reproduction. When it gets in your mind, becomes perverted. And anyway, let's keep on.
Haley robbing them. I'll crash that fucking airplane at that faggot nigga Bob's in and stab Bruno Mars in his goddamn esophagus and won't stop until the cops come in.
Uh-huh.
I'm an overachiever, so how about I start a team of leaders and pick up Stevie Wonder to be the wide receiver? Green paper, gold teeth, and pregnant gold retrievers. All I
Just ridiculousness. Like, ridiculousness is the rebelliousness. Like, what feels ridiculous to us is that what we don't understand. And when it comes to comedy, like, it's about the ridiculousness of it. That's why it's like the funniest things are the ones that are most ridiculous. Like now, if you look at his eyes and what he's talking about, contact lens, I think Hobson had like a different like type of contact lenses, and he had beef with Tyler the Creator and shit.
want fuck money, diamonds, and bitches don't need them. But where the fat ones at? I got something to feed them. Some cooking books, the black kids never wanted to read them. Snapback green, chia fucking leaves. It's been a couple months and Tina still ain't perma fucking weed. Damn.
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. That's the shit. Like, just confronting. Like, makes you question things. Keeps pushing the. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Nothing better for exploring your conditioning like Tyler the Creator. Explore some limitations within yourself. I mean, there's a lot better, obviously. Meditation.
Random disclaimer.
All right. So, radicals. Yeah. Another one of my favorites. Obviously, it's not really about doing crazy shit. Like, oh, let's listen to the song.
Hey, don't do anything that
Yeah.
I say in this song.
Don't.
Okay? It's fucking fiction.
It is fiction.
If anything happens, don't fucking blame
Just like
me.
a movie.
White America. Fuck Bill O'Reilly. 4, 3.
Yeah,
2,
just for the fuck
1.
of it.
What the fuck I look like? Saying I'm sorry to a bunch of fucking bags who can't potentially harm. I ain't never gonna bow down to your expectations. By the way, I got 60 fucking wolves that'll guard me. The skate hard, thrash, black hoodies, try something. Make sure your fucking feelings end up in a glad bag. Fuck all your opinions, I'm trying to put a shoestring. And fuck the fat lady, it's over when all the kids sing.
Kill people, bad shit, gospel. 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 Fucking radical. Fucking radical. Fucking radical, nigga. Fucking radical. Fucking radical, nigga. Fucking radical. Fucking radical. Fucking radical.
Our future wolf gang.
Yeah.
We came together cause
Yeah.
we ain't had nobody else.
Yeah.
And you?
For real, do you?
You just might be one of us.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, rebelliousness doesn't need anyone else. You just find yourself. Within yourself, you are. Anyway, you are yourself.
Are you?
Yeah.
Fuck cops, I'm a fucking rock star. Rebel and defiance makes my motherfucking cock hard. Fuck pids, fuck guard, awesome fucking retard. Fuck school, I'm a fuck up, fuck Harvard. I ain't got no fucking money. I ain't got no motherfucking daddy. He ain't teach me shit. Child support ain't come, that faggot still ain't bought me anything. Fuck the fat lady, it's over when all the kids sing.
Kill people, bond shit, gospel. 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 Fucking radical, nigga. Fucking radical. 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 Yeah.
They want us to go to their schools.
For real, man.
Be fucking
Yeah.
miserable at their fucking college.
For real. And education is one of the biggest things that has killed rebelliousness. Like in the sense of being an individual, education has really killed the humanity in kids. Like if you have to tell a story, you have to tell it like this. If you have to do this, you have to do it like this. Everything has to be systematic. Everything has to be done in the same way, has to be uniform. All about competing and survival. So there's a lot of fear. They create so much fear in people where there's no creativity. We want our kids to grow up to be happy, to make an impact, but we try to control them. We stunt their freedom, expression. We want them to suppress their energy. We want to curtail their activity. They act out, but we subdue them eventually. And school is the biggest part of that. I mean, religion is obviously the biggest, but school as a system has probably taken over from religion in just killing the humanity in kids. Like even using the words that he's using, like fuck, shit, this, that, you know, whatever other words that I'm not gonna say, like referring to genitals, obviously, and what people call each other, the bish. But it is just that lack of individuality. All right.
Studying that bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Do what the fuck it makes you happy.
Uh-huh.
Cause at the end,
Yeah.
who's there?
Yeah. Who really is
You.
there? For real.
Fuck school. Kill people, burn shit.
Fuck school. Kill people, burn shit. Fuck school. Kill people, burn shit. Fuck school.
Fucking
Radical, nigga. Radical. Radical, nigga. Radical. Radical, nigga. I'm fucking radical. Radical, nigga. I'm fucking radical. Yeah. Burn shit. Burn school. Kill people, burn shit. Fuck school. Kill people, burn shit. Fuck school. Radical, nigga. I'm fucking radical. Okay, fucking radical. Radical, nigga. Fucking radical. Radical. Well,
That's cold shit
yeah.
right there, nigga.
So,
Wolfgang.
if you know this song,
Fuck everybody else,
you know,
nigga.
it goes on to talk about a
Stand
lot
for
of
something.
things.
Get money, nigga.
So,
Wolfgang
this
and
is
his
the
bitch,
kind
nigga,
of
we
thing that
60
attracted
deep.
me to Tyler the
Fuck with me,
Creator.
nigga.
Like, he was talking about things
Our future, nigga.
that I used to think,
Stand the
that I
fuck
used to
up.
dismiss. Then he made me
I'm
kind
not
of think like,
saying just
what
to
is
go out
wrong
and do
with
some
thinking?
stupid shit. Commit
See, people are so scared of their own thinking. Like if they think of something like what he's talking about, killing people, burning the school, you know, it's like they feel bad. It's just a thought. You know, it's better you go into like where is the thought coming from? Don't demonize the thought. There's no good or bad thoughts. It's just a thought. It's made up anyway. Like you making it up in your mind. Thoughts are made up. Like you can think about anything you want. You know, imagination is like that. I can imagine anything. I can imagine the sweetest things imaginable. It all comes from a memory. So it's just replaying the past. But people get so defensive or like they try to control their thinking. Like if they get a bad thought, they want to stop the thought. You cannot stop the thought. Anyway, let's listen to what Tyler has to say.
crimes. What I'm trying to tell you is
Yeah,
do what the fuck you want.
for real.
Stand for what the fuck you believe in.
Uh-huh.
And don't let nobody tell you can't do what the fuck you want.
Yeah,
I'm a fucking unicorn.
yeah,
And fuck anybody who say I'm not.
yeah.
Wolf.
That's it.
Gang.
Your imagination is limitless. You can imagine yourself to be whatever you want to be. Who's to stop you?
Fuck your tradition, fuck your position,
Uh-huh.
fuck your religion,
Yeah.
fuck your decisions.
Yeah.
They're not
Mine.
mine. You gotta let them go.
Go.
See, we can't be ourselves, but you gotta let
Let
us
it
know.
go.
Fuck your tradition, fuck
Fuck.
your position,
Fuck.
fuck your religion, fuck
Fuck
your
it.
decisions. See, they're not
Not
mine.
mine.
You gotta
You
let
let
them
it
go.
go.
See, we can't be ourselves, but you gotta let us know. Fuck your traditions and fuck your position and fuck your religion and fuck your decisions. See, they're not mine, so you gotta let them go. See, we can't be ourselves, but you gotta let us know.
Go. Oh. Let it go. Yeah. Let it go. Yeah. Yeah. Let it go. Let it go.
You gotta
Let it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
let these shits go, man.
Let it go. Let it go.
It's not making sense to you right now, but
I'ma let it ride out. Just let it go. Yeah. Let it go.
all these little
And you know what it says? Fuck your position. Like, people feel like they can demand respect because of their position. Like, the expectations are what makes the position have value. Like, people put a value on the position. Doesn't make you any better than anybody else. Respect is ugly if you have to demand it. It has to be earned.
dreams you got, let them go.
Uh-huh.
And this shit,
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Go.
all this crazy shit you got saying this shit.
Go. Dr.
You're
TC.
too old for this shit, man. You gotta grow
Yeah.
out of it.
For real. Troncat.
Growing up,
Yeah.
things are getting better.
Pound, pound. Pound, pound.
You
Go.
gotta look at reality.
Uh-huh.
Understand if shit really ain't gonna come.
Let it go.
I'm just being real.
Let it go.
Nigga, fuck you.
Yeah. You don't know shit.
I'm just trying to help you, man.
Yeah.
Gotta let him go.
Yeah. This is the whole thing. Not everybody needs your help. Not everybody needs your kindness. Like, most people don't need your kindness. But people always want to feel like being kind is the biggest thing in the world. Like, you want to help people, and if they don't want your help, you try to force. But really, you don't know any better, like, especially with your kids. You don't know much better than them. You've just come in this world a few years before them. You know a few more survival tricks, but you don't really know much about life. In fact, when it comes to life, kids are a lot more closer to life than adults. As Jesus said, the kids are much closer to the kingdom of heaven. Anyway, in their innocence, in their ignorance.
Trust me. Let him go.
Let it go.
Mature day after day, nigga.
Yeah,
You don't know shit.
yeah.
You're a fucking therapist.
Whatever.
That's the one. Like, therapists don't really know shit. Like, most of them can't even handle their own life, deal with their own life. They're stressed out. A lot of therapists, they're killing themselves.
Let him go.
And the dependency is there that you gotta keep coming back every day for treatment. Like you said,
Gotta let him
go. Let it go. Let it go. Gotta let it go. Bastard.
Yo, fuck two dope boys and
Uh-huh.
fuck not writing any other fuck nigga ass blog that can put a 18-year-old nigga making his own fucking beats, covers, videos, and all that shit. Fuck you post Drake ass cliche jerking, LA sloss and rapping fuck nigga ass hype beast niggas.
Yeah.
Now back to the album.
Well, Tyler, hi, I'm Dr. TC, and I'm guessing that your teacher sent you here to talk because you were misbehaving.
So this
It's
is
gonna be 3
the
sessions,
same kind
today,
of thing.
tomorrow, and the next day, so
Obviously,
just tell me something about yourself.
yeah, therapy session.
Well, look, if you don't talk, I mean,
Let's
these
see.
sessions are gonna go slower, so...
This is what the devil plays before he goes to sleep.
Yeah,
Some food for thought, this food for death. Go ahead
man, but for real, what does the devil? Anyway, let's.
and fucking eat. My father's dead, well, I don't know. We'll never fucking meet. I cut my
I was
wrist.
about to say the devil plays, but it's like the devil is in your head. So what does the resistance to life in you play before he goes to sleep? Well, anyway, the daddy issues keep coming up.
And play piano cause I'm so depressed.
Yes.
Somebody called a pastor, this bastard is so possessed.
Yes.
This meeting just begun. Nigga, I'm Satan's
That's
son.
San. That's it. Satin San. But that's the idea is like religion has put this fall guy, what you can call as the ego, you can also call Satan as the ego. You know, when something bad happens, it's Satan, it's the devil. When something happens which is good, it is me, I did it, you know? You want to get credit for the good things, but when you do something bad, you want to blame it on the devil or the Satan. You know, there's nothing which is not God. If you like say God is everything, then there's nothing which is not God. So Satan is also God. So being God's son or being Satan's son, it's all the same.
My mother raised me a single
Single
parent, so
parent, so
it's
it's
apparent that I got love for my mother. None of you other fuckers are much important. I'm getting angrier while recording. I'm feeling like the bulls. I got a gang of wolves. Our future is children that's fucked up in they mental. Simple will probably not fuck them.
This is yeah.
I'm tall, dark, skinny. My ears are big as fuck. Drunk white girls, the only way I'll get my dick sucked. Suspended from school, coolest nigga without effort. Easy to spot like black bitches with fake leopard. Soak me up in a tampon, but keep
talking about like objectification. Anyway, when you objectify women, a lot of it is just got to do with what they dress. That we've been conditioned that when women wear certain clothes, we see it as being more attractive or more sexual. It's just, yeah, some parts of their body are more enhanced. Let's put it like that. So, and we associate those things with sexual urge in whatever way, whatever conditioning that is comes from. It's for you to look at.
keep the lamp on, cause this album pack enough evil that you can't fit inside a Jan split. Go to school with this.
This is bad milk.
I go from AP to JC inside a fucking week. Waking up with random girls like, yo, bitch, how the fuck we meet? I stay with grandma, she always bitching about her carpet. Every time I walk inside the house, she always tend to start shit. Know the drugs, I never spark it. I used to be bullied for honor classes by those I was slower molasses.
Yeah, honor student being bullied somehow.
Take this shit to school.
But even this picture for Bastard is like this girl has got the upside down head. Just a lot of challenging ideas.
Raquel treat me like my father, like a fucking stranger. She still don't know I made Sarah to strangle her, not put her in danger and chop her up in the back of a Wrangler. All because she said no to homecoming.
Imaginary friends is a big thing. People can make it so real. And in spirituality, in Tantra, there's people who can make not an imaginary person, but make like the imagination real. They can imagine something and it's so real that it can actually hurt you. So it's funny that, Tyler talks about this, that he created someone in his head just to be able to deal with somebody else in his mind, obviously.
coming, demons running inside my
Yeah.
head's telling me evil thoughts. I'm the dream catchers, but nothing but nightmares I caught.
Catching
Go to
nightmares.
sleep.
Yeah.
I wear
But when you dream, you know it's a dream. But sometimes you have a nightmare and you get jolted out your sleep out of your sleep because it's like you cannot tell whether it's still just a dream or it's real. It feels so real. And even thoughts are like that. Like we can imagine something. That's how anxiety happens for most people. It's like they imagine something happening and then they start believing that it's actually going to happen and they start suffering. Like just the thought. They start suffering that thought. Anyway,
green hats because I'm fortunately lucky. Fuck
yeah,
me, the monster said. Somehow the monster's dead. Inside of me, thoughts he tell me are still
still
evil.
evil.
With the state of mind,
Nice.
big moves, Max Keeble.
Evil.
I'm on my grind feeble. My music is either a fucking sin or
Uh-huh.
truly legal.
Oh yeah.
Play this shit in church.
Yeah. It's funny because it does have like a church organ and does feel a little bit like church music in a way, you know. Some hymn. All right.
I graduated without honors or fucking father. He died. No bitch, don't even fucking bother. I wanted a brother, my mother, I told her, but instead I got a sister, just like me, with her Mr. Nada. So both of our imaginations are creations of the fucking situations that's having our brains racing like dating,
Uh-huh.
wearing some fucking Heelys.
Yeah. Brains racing like dating. She, man. Uh-huh.
I know you fucking feel me. I
Yeah.
want to fucking kill me. The
Uh-huh.
times I'm so serious, you think I'm silly.
Yeah. This is the thing, suicidal thoughts. Like it's still a thought, but in this it's a sense of feeling like there's nothing to live for because you have reduced your life to only a few things that you feel like you care about, that you like. So if those things are not there, you feel like if you lose, like a girl says no to you, then nothing else matters. Your whole life, everything else, everybody else in your life, nothing matters. Life itself matters. It's nothing above life. But somebody make one thing their whole life. And that's what some people can call maturity is like somehow you have reduced your experience of life to only a few things that you like. You try to avoid everything else. If it happens, you suffer. Ridiculous.
Silly. I'm doing big style. Willie couldn't touch 11-7. What's religion? Nigga, I am legend. I roll with skaters and musicians with an intuition. I created OF because I felt we're more talented than 40-year-old rappers talking about Gucci. When they have kids they haven't seen in years, impressing they peers with the same problem. The only way to solve them is to go to Father's Gate convince.
For real, like how long you gonna keep trying to impress people? That's the whole thing. Is like people until the 80s, they still care about what other people think. Like 80 years old, you're nearly dead. I mean, I wish everybody a long life for sure. But at some point, you have to see that you have lived a lot longer than, most people. That is like, who is there to impress? Where is the need to impress? Still chasing after women, still chasing after money, still chasing after whatever. Ah, you don't want to let go. Even when you're dying in your old age, you so you're in so much suffering because you're not ready to let go. You still have so many dreams that you want to fulfill. Dreaming, anyway. Let me another day.
Mention with the gold revolver. Life's a
Uh-huh.
salad, I'ma toss it, eat this shit up. Rick Ross it, shit it out, bag it up, sell it. I'm so damn rebellious, cause my
Yeah.
mother's let me do what I want. She wasn't careless, protected, she is the bed.
That's the
This
thing
shit is
I was talking about before. Tyler was nurtured by his mother. It's like she was protective. Nurturing means you are controlling, like they don't get harmed or they don't cause harm to someone else. But you let them express themselves, explore life. Parents are so protective nowadays, but in a sense of not wanting their kids to experience life, to explore life. All right.
so bad. My diary isn't here. My
Yeah.
father did.
So comparing the mother to the bear because, bears are protective in a physical sense, where you want them to be healthy, you want them, to be safe. But you don't want any harm to come to them. But at the same time, you want them to experience life, the potential of life.
Give a fuck, so it's something I inherit.
And
My mom is all I have, so it's never meet the parents. When Danielle or Milan decide to fucking share
Uh-huh.
this confused boy,
Yeah.
I wanna hug Oi. I'm bad for your kids to listen to.
Yeah.
Soy's not the choice.
Nah,
I'm bad milk.
For real.
Drink it.
Soy is not a choice. Bad for your kids to listen to. Like, we're so scared to let our kids, even like swearing, like it's everywhere. But we still want to pretend. All the music we listen to, all the culture, all the TV shows, they have that language. But we want to pretend like we are good parents, that we don't want our kids to know that those words exist when they already know. We want to, they already know the words. So what do you protect them from? Anyway, just the questioning. They don't want to be questioned. Parents don't want to be questioned because they lose their authority. The only authority is that they should decide what the child becomes. Okay. In terms of personality, not even as a life. As a life, there's nothing to become. There's only something to explore. Life wants to know itself. So something to know. But what can you become? Anyway, you'll do all this and that. People have come and done all this and that. They've gone. So there's not really much to do. Anything to do. Like, you do whatever is needed, of course. There's a lot to do for life, but really, it's not about doing better than others.
Seems you had a lot to say, and as I'm evaluating.
My wrist is all red from the cutter.
Oh,
Dripping
shit.
cold blood like the winter. The
Yeah.
summer is never. That's equivalent to me and Sarah. Well, that's not her fucking name.
Obviously, he is not talking about really cutting himself. It's more just the thoughts, like the therapy session, you know?
But I think this shit is clever. My niggas wanna know if I'm fucking, if I'm kissing, but I'm
Yeah.
sitting here down
Like,
in bed simply.
if we are honest, most of us, if we record our thoughts and people can listen to them, they'll be pretty crazy. And I mean, this is crazy, but I'm sure even Tyler has a lot more crazier shit. Even at this point in his life, I'm sure he had a lot more crazier thoughts.
Just wishing with a chill. They try to tell me, but I never listen. Cause I don't give a shit like sitting down pissing. 18, still talking to imaginaries. Hopefully they see the talent I carry, just like Jimmy. Losers can never win me. You can never offend me. My goal in life is a Grammy. Hopefully mama tend thee.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, I know his mom was there when he won, and yeah.
Ceremony with all my homies, I'm suicidal. This my zombie circus. I hope the majors heard this. Fuck a deal. I just want my father's email so I could tell him how much I fucking hate him in detail.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a lot of confusion.
So
I mean,
Tyler,
a lot of expression.
if you had the chance to tell him something, What
Yeah,
would you tell him?
for real. All right. The last song with Al Sweatshirt. Obviously, Al, in his own way, he's got a wild imagination. Okay. Yeah.
Addicts arise when I arrived in this crack, fag, back, slap in disguise.
Yeah.
Fat sack of knives in the passenger
Side.
side. Bitch, reach for the door, get your access
Access
denied.
denied.
I'm not an asshole,
So
I
I
just don't
just
give a fuck a lot. The only time I do is when a bitch is screaming, Tyler,
Tyler,
stop.
stop.
The big bad wolf to me, you're just
Yeah.
a mind.
So obviously, you know what he's talking about. And that's the thing. Like a lot of people, yeah, if I talk about it, it's gonna be crazy. Rape, you know? But the way we have sex is a lot violent, where some women's fantasies is like, kind of like that direction, where it's like what the way Tyler is talking about it, some women have that fantasy. So, like, suppression leads to a lot of wild imagination. There's a book by Nancy Friday which talks about how women, because their sexuality or their sexual thoughts are suppressed, they're not encouraged as much as men to talk about their sexual thoughts. They suppress it and then it becomes even more elaborate, sophisticated, like really crazy kind of fantasies, sexual fantasies. The book was like Nancy Friday, the what was it, Secret Garden, something like that. Anyway,
And a fox, red riding his business, some of this woofly otter cop.
right.
We the niggas you scared of like bad dentists. Flow is anthemic, dirty like it's plants in it. Sick spit of pandemic, cracking cancer mixed with cannabis. To have a bitch ready to stab a clit with glass and shit.
Your whole gang will get diminished. Punch got the Brady's in it. Spit sick shit like my saliva got the rabies in it. Fuck rap, I'll be a landlord so I can rape the tenant's daughter. Leave my house with a new stomach and a baby in it.
Base, me and Ace is sick like malaria care.
Shit.
Stop! Why did you do that?
Say sorry. Say sorry.
I'm sorry as fuck.
Say sorry.
I'm sorry as fuck.
Say sorry.
I'm sorry. Don't look
Say
at this.
sorry.
Don't look at this.
Sick like
sorry.
malaria
Stop.
carriers.
Say sorry.
Something up. Sorry.
For real.
Sorry.
Say sorry.
Uncle.
I fucked this nigga.
Face it. Me and Ace is sick like malaria carriers.
But that's the idea of life, is that so spontaneous. Like the more spontaneous you are, the more you are into life, because life itself is spontaneous. Like any moment, anything can happen, you know. But spontaneity has become like some kind of cliche, you know. Just anyway, people who are bored or whatever, like Tyler has a song called like talking about boredom, you know. So that's the later side of Tyler, where people are so scared to be bored, to by themselves, to be by themselves. The spontaneity normally means like doing something with someone or somebody surprising you. That kind of thing. So romanticized, very romanticized, or surprise party or whatever. You know, but if you're really available to life, every moment is spontaneous. Never know what's gonna happen.
Jim Carrey to the cemetery to bury her. Listen, Buster, it's scarier when I finger fuck her after I dig her up and eat her out with a bit of mustard.
Well, there's another level of thoughts. Your thoughts getting to that level is like, people also are not very comfortable with death. So when you talk about death, because they don't know their nature, they're very uncomfortable with it. It's very confronting. So you have to look at it. What makes you so uncomfortable about what they're talking about? Like digging up someone and eating them up with a bit of mustard. In some way, dead bodies become food, soil, food.
Mommy told me Tyler toughen up, Rihanna haircut, somebody tell Chris Brown to fuck me up.
Had to teach the bitch matters, now I gotta learn her. I beat the fuck out your bitch anonymous, Ike Turner.
Over. Sloppy seconds is
So another controversial song. Obviously, a lot of violence against the opposite sex. In their thoughts, it's entertainment. People can't seem to separate entertainment with actual actions. Like actions should be, you know, policed, but thoughts, feelings, how can you? Anyway, that's how it's become in the world that people want to feel good about themselves, so they police other people's thoughts and expressions.
my preference, except for when I'm feeding on the flesh of a pedestrian. Nessie lock, monster stop, Willie though, probably
Really
not.
not.
Silly hoes lick my balls like FIFA
FIFA
lollipops.
lollipops.
Get the certain tingle, eating Haagen-Dazs with some soccer moms where they like fucking sit and mingle. Watching Animal Planet document on the Eagles and the Flies 06 Supreme Beanie. Seagull.
Your grind's feeble, I'm regal, really, I'm Willie Smith. I am legend with snicker dick and a vanilla chick. Come take a stab at it, faggot, I pre-ordered your casket. This is known as a classic, yeah, that chaplet's crack shit.
Hat is always for us, so the bitches call me Gumper. Compliment attention, and it's off the humper. Fuck her in her humber while I rape her, then I put her in a slumber. It's not a figure, it's when I tell you that I dumped her.
No narcissist.
Yeah, so when we get into Eminem, we'll explore that also a little bit, the same kind of idea of violence against the opposite sex and murder and things like that, killing and yeah.
Sipping on arsenic, carved carcasses in the garage, don't park
How
in
can
it.
it?
Hard is finding retarded kids at Harvard. It's Wolfgang barking, keep you up like car alarms and
That's
shit.
it.
Over the edge, yeah, I had in a potato sack, cause I'm cold as ice like an Asian when she fucking track. I'm the type to put you down and bring myself up, so when I rape a bitch, I hold her down and get my best nut.
The reincarnation of 98 Eminem, 60 Grizzly and some RMK dinner. Pay attention, I'm stabbing your women friends like a gentleman. Then dip with the fucking pen to go sin again.
White girl, you can ask her what the dick be like. And Monster Man is doing drive-bys on the fucking 50.
Yeah, and I know like people are gonna be like, how are you enjoying this song like this when it's talking about all these kinds of things? Like, I understand it's entertainment. I understand it's a provocation. It's about provoking thoughts or provoking your awareness to kind of look into yourself and confront your limitations, your conditioning. Like, what is it about? I'm enjoying the song. Like, there's a good beat, there's a good rap. So I enjoy the song. You know, why should I suffer just because of the meanings that people give to what they're talking about? It's just an expression. Like, everybody knows, like, they're not going to do any of those things. But somehow we're so uncomfortable with it. But if it happens in a movie, we enjoy watching it. You know? Like, whatever the attitude is. But, you know, there's a ridiculousness in everything. You can enjoy the ridiculousness of it.
Like fucking moron, snorting oxycontin, wearing cotton oxymoron, like buff faggots playing sissy dykes.
This is shit that cripple bitches to hide. Dirty crack pipes lit. Bullshit to stop, halt. Boss broken, spouse choke, blouse open, slides little shop of horror.
Now showing.
I hate gay gangbangers and fucking jerkers. Unless it's gay gangbangers and fucking jerkers.
Whoa.
Yo, no homo.
Yeah,
I'm not gay.
for real.
Faggot. I future Wolfgang, Wu-Tang banging in your system, probably banging in your system with my children in the system. Let me say this shit in slow-mo. Homo, you don't fucking skate, take off of that block slow.
Go.
Yeah. So that was that. As you can see, there's a lot of confronting message, like expression. I'll say expression of thought, which it is. Like, all talking is just an expression of thought. Like, when we're talking, we're expressing what we think or how we see things. It's perspective. So it's just words, it's sound. People give it meaning. According to your conditioning, you give the words meaning. So, in exploring the culture, I want to kind of bring this uh, questioning or exploration to people where they can explore their own conditioning with me, as we've all been exposed to the same conditioning over time. The mascaram.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. I know, I know. It's been nearly 3 hours of talking and reacting. So I didn't expect it to be this long. If you made it this far, thank you. My gratitude. But I wanted to add a couple of things also, just in terms of Tyler the Creator's creativity. It's funny that rebelliousness, but wolves are normally part of a pack, so there's that. I was also going to react to She and Troncat, but I wanted to keep it down because already it's gone for a while. Maybe doing 8 songs is a bit too long for future reference, maybe. Anyway, when we talk about Tyler the Creator, it's very good at doing characters. And that's the understanding that people don't have, is that their personality is a mask. The word personality comes from persona. The Latin word persona means mask. So you put on a mask for certain situations. And Tyler is very good at putting on a mask. It's like a concept. He has mostly conceptual albums. And you have to look at it as a conceptual album. As he says, this is fiction. It's literally like a movie. All right. That's my piece. I'm out.